This is the orange Defender. You might recognise his car from taking feats across the Alps, driving from the UK to Nordkap, and more. This is the man behind the orange Defender, an overlander with a wealth of experience and knowledge. Him and a group of other overlanders are preparing to embark on a perilous journey across the Arctic Circle. That's a 5,000-mile journey across ice, snow and mountains. The risks are endless, from extreme weather to breaking down miles from civilization. And believe it or not, despite the unforgiving cold and wetness, fire. That's why he came down to the fire safety stick offices to learn more about the best tool for the job, the fire safety stick, and also to see it in action. So stick around to see how easily the fire safety stick tackles early stage fires.
I'm here with Fire Safety Stick. I've come down here to have a look at some fire safety principles, what to do if you do have a fire, the types of fire extinguishers, the fire safety sticks itself, and what to do if you have a fire whilst you're overlanding, and how Fire Safety Stick can help in that situation.
I was going to say, I'm guessing you've got an extinguisher on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
so look, let's just imagine worst case scenario. You have a fire. You're in there. You start smelling burning, and you kind of want to go right. You identify there's flames coming out or smoke coming out of here.
Yeah.
What would you do, in this scenario? Grab your extinguisher right now.
So there's flames coming out from the engine bay.
Yeah. You've just got out.
Fire extinguisher, I guess.
Yeah. So you know where it is. And I think this is the key.
I normally keep it in the middle.
It's knowing where your extinguisher is.
Yeah.
Because time is really of an essence. That is actually like burning away. You've got to be quick, Chris. Quick!
I'm going.
Oh, you got it.
You didn't warn me we were going to do this.
Well, look, I was going to say that's one of the safety tips is having the extinguisher where you know where it is and you can easily access it. Because when that starts smoking, you've got fire coming out of there. You need to be quick.
Yeah.
Right. So, powder extinguisher. So, some benefits to this, and powder extinguisher is a great extinguisher, but there's some bits that we need to know about that.
Yeah.
So, most people look at powder extinguisher and they'll go, right, okay, is the gauge in the green? Your gauge is in the green, great. But if some of your powder's now compacted in the bottom because you haven't had it serviced, for 2 or 3 years.
I think it's been about 5 years.
But again, it's time for probably a change. But
yeah.
Let's say that some of that powder's got compacted. Now, how many seconds do you reckon you've got with a 1 kg powder extinguisher?
30 seconds, minute?
Right. 6 to 7 seconds with a 1 kg. 11 to 12 with a 2 kg. Okay, so that's good to know, which is, if you use it right and it's tackled a small fire, it's enough, but you've got to have the right technique, you've got to know where it is, and you've got to be able to get on it. So short bursts, you're not just aiming it at the fire and then bursting it. It's just going to run out and your fire might still be there. So short little bursts. Now, if your fire's under here, or underneath here, an extinguisher like this needs to be upright. If you start tipping it and get it under there, then it might be less than that. If it's not being serviced, you actually don't know how long this is going to go off for. So it's supposed to be 5 to 6 seconds, 6 to 7 seconds. It might be 3, it might be 4. You don't know until you press the button. So it's about, if you've got one of these, make sure it's accessible, make sure it's serviced every year, and it's less than 5 years old, and you have that knowledge. The other bad thing about powder extinguisher, when you do, whatever it's going to touch is corrosive. So you've got to be careful. As I said, great to put out fires, but there's knowledge you need around that. Especially where you're going, I wouldn't be using a dry powder, personally, because of the damage it could cause. Fire safety stick, again, smaller, lighter. So this actually, 1 kg powder extinguisher actually weighs 2.2 kg.
Okay.
So it's actually 1 kg of powder in there.
Yeah.
So you imagine that's 2.2 kg. A 50-second fire extinguisher is 215 grams. So it's a huge weight saving. So
massive,
I'm guessing on these journeys, fuel is, fuel distance and that weight is quite key, is it?
Yeah. That's everybody's concerned about space, weight, and that's why we go for these little ones, because they're kind of the smallest ones that you can find really.
Yeah.
They're normally from Halfords or somewhere like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah, it's
And again, it's about knowledge. You know, these are a lot cheaper, but you do have to have them restrictions on discharge, the mess it makes, the servicing every year. So if you compare this to a 50-second fire stick, you've got, these are about £20, and then you have to service them every year. Most people don't, and they just rely on the fact that I'll be okay until they have a fire and it doesn't work properly, and then they'll blame the extinguisher. Where this is 6 or 7 seconds, and the fire safety stick is 50 or 100 seconds. So there's longer discharge. So you've got more time to actually do it. You know, put the fire out. You know, and a lot of people are saying about the fire safety stick, you have to get quite close to it. Well, actually, if the fire's small enough, all extinguishers are there to tackle small fires. So it's a small fire that you're trying to get hold of. It's not, you know, if this was a blaze, a fire safety stick's not going to work, or these aren't going to work, and you shouldn't be tackling that. You should be getting yourself to safety.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, it's a tool. There's a tool in the toolbox. So obviously we've got the 50-second stick here. I mean, feel how light that is.
That's a hell of a lot lighter than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
A hell of a lot lighter and a lot smaller.
How many powder extinguishers do you typically take with you?
Just this?
Just one. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
if that gets used,
that's it.
So I would always suggest having 2 50s over 100.
Okay.
It gives you versatility. I mean, on your vehicle, you should have one at the back and one at the front. So
Yeah.
one at the front, easy accessible. If you've got an engine fire, you can get out, you've got it. One at the back, if you're working on the back, I know you've got a diesel heater I can smell and hear at the back. Again, you know, this is a lifesaver at the end of the day, a diesel heater, but there's a fire risk. So you need something close to that as well. So having that versatility. We do a 100-second stick, which is slightly bigger, but you know, my go-to is always 250s over 100, because it gives me a little bit of versatility. If I put it out with a 50, I've got a second one that I can carry on the rest of the journey.
Absolutely.
So where would you, I mean, let's have a look, see where you would, multiple places you could put that.
Yes.
I mean, that was stashed away, so you would have to get out, go and find it. And I'm guessing right now you haven't got all your equipment in there.
Correct.
So that's going to be a bit harder to find when that's all packed up and ready to go.
Yeah. So something like this, you're just thinking about it, that could easily, you could have that stored down here by your feet, or up on the dashboard, or anywhere that's really quick and accessible to grab it from. It's
I mean, you've got multiple places. I mean, if I'm just looking at that, and this is the first time I've actually looked in here, I mean, you get a bracket for that one here, you've got up the top there, so you can have it at the top here. You've got loads of different places where you can the idea is you're driving around, you see smoke, you want to be able to grab it quickly and but you want it to be out the way where it's not going to be affecting your vision or impeding. You've got loads of places that you can put it. I mean, I'm sure actually there's a good place there, in the middle there, that actually can clip onto that. That's a really good spot, because then it's in the middle between you and the passenger. Have you got a passenger going with you?
No, just me.
Well, there's going to be people in your convoy that will there'll be two of them. So we always suggest in a commercial vehicle having it in the bulkhead, so actually the passenger and the driver can grab it quite quickly. But
yeah, definitely.
That's quite cool, though. I like that.
Yeah, cheers. This is much smaller and more lightweight than that, definitely. And if it lasts as well, you're 50 seconds compared to 6 seconds on that. That's.
Don't forget as well, you've got a shelf life of 15 years minimum. And there's two things. So as long as you're a striker, you've got your striker, and your striker's okay. And there's a black resin on top here. As long as, with your finger, as long as you're pressing that and that's firm, then that is good. So in year 20, if you've got them 2 bits, that's still good. The resin inside will not go off. And that's just aluminium and plastic handle. Okay. So again, these are good operating temperatures. There's -40 +80.
Yeah.
But you know, if it was to get above 80, for example, in you know, we have them in vehicles that are driving around in hot countries, you know, these will only activate themselves at 350 degrees. And that's the worst thing it's going to be. It just activates itself. So it almost turns into a bit of a fixed suppression system then. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And it's just nice and lightweight, and you can get it where you need to get to. What we'll do today is actually, you're looking at that tip. With your finger, if you're pressing it, if that's firm, so if you just press that, see how it's firm?
Yeah.
If that's firm, that's good. And if you've got your striker and it's there, it's good. Everything else makes no difference. That's our aluminium tube. Even if that had holes on it or pitted, it will still work. As long as you can strike it, it'll work. And there is videos of me where I've cut into it, I've drilled it. It's a durability video just to show where if it was in my tool bag and gets knocked around, it's not going to go off and it's not going to be ruined. As long as you've got that part, it's hard, and you've still got the striker and it's okay, then it's good. Even at year 20, at 20 year 25, as long as you've got these bits, well, that's good. While he's doing that, I'll show you. Basically, take the lid off. You don't need that part. Throw it on the floor, because now it's all about one hand. Break that off. You put the two together, okay, away from your face, and strike. Throw that on the floor. Now you've got one hand, and watch. I can put the gas out quite easily. Switch that off. Now this vapors, you want to put the vapors into the fire. You can see how you can push it away. Done. And then you can spray the floor, spray my shoes, or throw it in there, leave it in there, get yourself out to safety if the fire's too big and you don't want to tackle it. And hopefully it will then go out.
Yeah.
But you can see, you can smell it, you can still breathe, it's environmentally friendly, it will just dissipate.
So are these fumes like dangerous or toxic?
No, non-toxic smoke. And it's literally, you can, as I said, it's not harming your breathing. But you can see there's no mess. I sprayed my feet.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was obviously gas, type C, and then you've got petrol, type B. It doesn't matter what, if it's diesel, petrol, you know, whatever it is, it's working on the flame, so it takes the oxygen away from the fire, not your oxygen.
That's fantastic. That put out a lot quicker than what I thought it would. Pushing it back and...
Well, do you know what? Sometimes we do test that, because we can come back and forward, go, look, you know, move it away, it comes back, just so it's a real fire. Now, these do, okay, on a day like today, it's really nice because it gets a bit warm. If you feel that, okay, that's what the plastic handles are for. Yeah. There's always warnings on here that let's get hot, but do you know what? Where you're going, well, this is going to be nice because my hands are freezing today.
And to this won't have any trouble. So we're going up into the Arctic, like average temperature minus 35, could be minus 40. This will be absolutely fine.
These are tested minus 40 plus 80. Okay, so again, you know, I don't know what temperatures you're going to, but if it's minus 40, you might have trouble striking it. But once you strike that, it's still going to work. So yeah.
Cool.
All right.
That sounds like a really good bit of kit. Really good.
As I said, now it's recyclable. So it's all you're left with is aluminium and plastic handle.
Yeah.
So you can recycle that, you know, if you want to. But unlike your traditional extinguisher where you have to pay for someone to take it away and recycle it. But there you go.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Cheers. Now, well, thanks for having me today. That's been absolutely fantastic. It's a great product.
Well, hopefully you don't need it, and you have a nice journey with no fires.
Yeah.
But if you do, then it's a handy little kit that will save your vehicles and not ruin anything at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool. So if you want to learn more about the fire safety stick, visit our website www.firesafetystick.com. Subscribe for more fire safety content.